Good evening, friends. Myself Sujit Kumar Mohanty. I am an advocate in profession. Welcome to my YouTube channel Ask Me Tax. Please share and subscribe my channel to get the updates on income tax, GST and corporate laws. Today we will discuss regarding the email which being received by many taxpayers from the GST department on aggregate turnover exceeding rupees 5 crore. Many of my clients are worried and confused after getting this email. My friends, no need to worry or get panic. I am explaining you what action need to be taken to solve this problem. So, what is the notice received? For better understanding, we'll divide the email into three parts. So the first part, what it is saying, your aggregate turnover for the financial year 1920 has been computed by GST system based on the return filed in Form 3B by all registrations on the common PAN. The same has been found to be more than rupees 5 crore. Where return of financial year 1920 filed up to 25th July 2020 have been considered for the said computation. In this context, your attention is drawn to define of aggregate turnover, defined under Clause 6 of Section 2 of the CGST Act 2017. Accordingly, following methodology to compute aggregate turnover has been adopted. A. Turnover declared in Table 3.1a, 3.1b, 3.1c and 3.1e of GSTR 3b has been accounted for the computation. B. If the turnover of a tax period which was due to be filed but has not been filed for any of the GSTNs registered on the common PAN, the turnover that period has been estimated by way of extrapolation as under. So what is there? Turnover declared divided by number of GST 3 filed into number of GSTR 3B liable to be filed. So C is the turnover of GST has been summed up at PAN level. So in first part of the email, it is saying the aggregate turnover of 5 crore. Why 5 crore is important? Because 5 crore is the threshold limit which is vital in GST for interest calculation, levy of penalty and due date of filing of the return. So person whose turnover is exceeding 5 crore, for them interest would be more and penalty would be more and due date also it will come in different dates. So for better understanding, GSTN has calculated aggregate turnover for financial year 1920 on the basis of GSTR 3B filed up to 25th July 2020 by all registrants on the common PAN. I mean all entities having GSTN on the same PAN as per section 2(6) of the CGST Act 2017. Aggregate turnover means the aggregate value of all taxable supplies, export of goods or services or both, exempt supplies that are not taxable under the Act, I mean alcoholic liquor for human consumption and article listed in Section 9(2) and Schedule 3, then interstate supplies of persons having the same permanent account number to be computed on all India basis. But turnover excludes value of inward supplies on which tax is payable by a person on reverse charge basis, central tax, sale tax, union territory tax, integrated tax, and cess. Further, if return of a tax period is not filed for any GST by the taxpayer, then the estimated turnover of that period will be calculated as per the following formula. So what is the formula? Turnover declared divided by number of GSTR 3B filed into number of GSTR 3B liable to be filed. For better understanding, I am giving one example. If a registered taxpayer filed the return only for the period April to November 19 up to 25th July 2020 with a total turnover of 4 crore, then turnover for remaining 3 months will be computed as follows. 4 crore, what is turnover declared, into 12 divided by 8. So aggregate turnover for financial year 1920 will be 6 crore. So in part 1 of the email, if a taxpayer is already filed his GSTR 3B for the entire period, they need not to worry, only they have to check the turnover given in the email is matching with the turnover of 3B filed for the period 2019-20 or not. Sometimes in GSTR 3B, the earlier year turnover would have also declared. So the taxpayer should find out the discrepancies. So in part 2, what it is saying, further it is brought to your notice that the above turnover will be used for certain validations in the system, such as determining due date of return filing, computation of late fee by systems. You can also use the same for reporting interest or delay payments based on the self-assessment basis. So the above aggregate turnover will be used for determining the due date of return filing, computation of late fees or system validation by the GSTN. Moreover, a registered taxpayer can also use this calculation of turnover for reporting interest on delayed payment in table 5.1 of GSTR 3B or payment through form DRC03 in certain cases on account of late filing return. This reporting is still based on self-assessment basis by the taxpayer, as interest is not auto-populated on GST Common Portal yet. So in part 3, what it is saying, if any discrepancy is found in turnover data based on the computation as explained above and the actual turnover, the taxpayer may file a grievance at www.selfservice.gstsystems.in for their redressal. The taxpayer are advised to upload the information while raising computation in the format given in the email, which enable the GST team to resolve the problem. So in the format, what it is given, PAN, legal name of the concern, so then serial number, GST number, registration grant date, tax period of last GSTR 3B file, date of filing of the last GSTR 3B, etc. etc. If you are agree that your aggregate turnover during financial year 1920 exceeds 5 crore, then you are not liable to take any action regarding this email. So you have to thoroughly check up your 3B data and the email turnover. If the email turnover and the turnover reported in 3B are matching, then fine. You need not to worry at all, and you need not to give any grievance or complaint regarding this email. But if not satisfied with the calculation of aggregate turnover by the GSTN, then you may lodge a grievance at the link. Already I told you that link, and are advised to upload the PAN wise information in the above format, which format already I explained, which will be enable the GSTN to resolve the issue. So friends, so now it is completely explained. If this type of email is received from the GST department for aggregate turnover exceeding 5 crore, before proceeding anything, first check your 3B. If it is not filed, so file the GST 3B immediately, and after filing the GST 3B, check the GST turnover, GST 3 turnover, and match with the turnover with the email turnover. If it is not matching, then you just put the grievance in www.selfservice.gstsystem.in for redressal. Okay, thank you.